Okay, and we're here. Welcome to the Conversion Report. I'm Mike Thomas. It is a Thursday, July 10th. We're here at the Downtown Windsor Business Accelerator at 720 Olette. And we're welcoming for one of the best live internet shows in Windsor, a live stream by Nogstrom Digital Media right here on XC's TV. And we want you, please, I love it when everybody's watching this live and we're getting that, and letting us know what you're thinking about the show. But please also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And therefore, you subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can check it out if you didn't get the whole show, or you want to get bits of the show, or you want to show people bits of the show. Go to our YouTube channel. It's posted up after that, and that's really where we're trying to climb as far as our views go. And absolutely, we're cruising towards at least 30,000 plus total views for all our shows. The Conversion Report with myself, Betty Udell, with Betty on the Go, Ashley Nicole, and Shay Rochelle with Beyond Incredible, and of course Brett Hedges with Jock Talk. So check them all out. Whether or not it's live, look for our schedule on Facebook or on the website at Nogstrom Digital Media, and also look for sure at us on YouTube. Again, this is Conversion. We want you to like us on Facebook. You can check me out on my own Facebook, and of course, please like Nogstrom Digital Media on Facebook, and that's where you can get the easy access nowadays. I call it Facebook Karma, the easy access to all our media showings and where to find us, and the prep and the pump and what night we're on. We're getting pretty consistent with the Thursday, Friday, Saturday stuff, so that's what we're trying to do right now, and look forward to what's happening at Nogstrom Digital Media. We're going to have some good news coming up in the very, very near future. My show really revolves around, I take the Convergence Report, it's all about Facebook Karma. It's all talking about, I call it the thought police, or I saw that. The I saw that of karma, which is becoming so extreme to where some people, once they jumped on Facebook, they jumped off. If they do anything on social media, they really got aware of what happens. When you press send, it's out there. Okay, and then you can say, well, I didn't mean it, and I'm sorry, and I didn't mean to do that. And it's actually being watched. So I'll call it the thought police, because it's kind of watched by the different. You have to watch your workplaces now, and you have to watch who's watching you. Okay, you cannot just, supposedly, not just throw stuff up there like we're so accustomed to, and say, oh, yeah, it's just the internet, who cares? Because this is where it all begins. And I kind of got the picture running in the background. And I don't know what happened at the top of the screen there, but this is the story that kind of broke. It kind of broke at the Windsor Star with Dawson Chen, and I picked it up on Facebook on the National Post, and really the headline was Windsor cops arrest a man over a Facebook video that showed police headquarters being shot with a rocket launcher using the phone app. And that's really, if you kind of look back at the pictures here, this is the kind of the stop action shot, and I believe what they've kind of done with the shot was, I think this has been kind of redone with like a recreation of the actual video, because once they kind of got caught, it got pulled down. It's being used for evidence now, and that's really what it comes. So I'm kind of going to play, and I'm going to try it. We're all kind of glitching. We all try new things nowadays. Oh, okay. Yep. But what we're doing, we're live right now. So this is what's up on YouTube. Okay. And he used something called FXGuru, and this is what he kind of did this and showed this, and it was up on Facebook, and this has now got him arrested, and that's exactly how it begins in the Facebook world. So we're thinking nobody's watching what you're doing, nobody's watching what is going on with you on Facebook or all your different social media posts, but that's exactly what you're looking for, and I call it the thought police. I call it I saw that, and this is what's happening every day out there. And you're actually having more people. You're having way more people kind of looking at what they're posting, being wary of what they're posting, and definitely they're learning that people are watching what's going on. And of course, it brings up the other side of the argument. The other side of the argument, well, okay, it's just a little video. So what's next? I think there was comments to the effect that there was a kind of there was a response video during the election with Tim Hudak in regards to blowing up a hospital. Well, why wasn't those parties kind of called on the carpet or kind of charged with kind of a terrorist type of threat, just using regular advertising? So what is going to be allowed, what's not going to be allowed. I guess this is that's one for all the internet people to watch, especially with, and it's kind of started with Google Europe, when they had that kind of ruling in regards to people requesting things being pulled down from the internet and being told initially no, and how that's going to affect going on in North America. What's going to be, at the end of the day, it's going to be, okay, little stories like this that is going to challenge what's happening out there in the real world. So there was all kinds of comments. There was all kinds of comments, and that's what happens again in our social media age. What's on the internet? They kind of posted up on their website for the National Post, and the people were commenting back and forth. And there was, I think, about 3 or 4 pages of comments. And I kind of just took a couple. It was a Mike Murphy, and that was 13 minutes ago, a long, long time ago. Where is this country going when police are afraid of special effects on a smartphone? Okay, and that's really what they're looking at. And then, of course, around this WMP, but yet Rob Ford walks as a free man with all his video doing and everything that's, I mean, it kind of, he hasn't been charged, he's being investigated, and they kind of pulled this guy in. And it kind of started on Sunday. It was caught by the member of local media in the Windsor area, basically, who brought it to the attention of police, saying, and again, because it's the Windsor Star, you go, hey, this is not funny. And that's really kind of how it was kind of portrayed. It's not funny. What are we going to do about this? Okay, and then it kind of went from there. He has been released. The man has been released. 44-year-old Windsor man has been released and promised to appear in court. And what FXGuru is one of the many humorous, what they call humorous software apps that allow users to overlay a wide variety of special effects on videos recorded by their smartphones. Okay, so that's what you got to do. You take a video and then you can play with that video afterwards. Okay, and it's whether or not, I guess, we're determining. Okay, and possibly determining in the courts whether or not that was funny. So we're going to have to definitely keep an eye on, and if everybody kind of talks about the free speech of the world, is free speech there or not? Especially as technology just flies. It just flies and flies and flies. What are you supposed to do? And I guess we'll definitely have to watch this one. And again, I told you, it's called Facebook Karma, and I saw that. So that's the first part. That's the first part of the show right there. And the bigger part, and I don't know how long this is going to take, but really and truly, I kind of, I started following it. I was just following it kind of for fun. And then we're kind of looking at the Windsor Municipal election, and it's funny. The flavor's just not changing. I think everybody's kind of poking the fun at it as far as what we call the dream jobs. The dream jobs of we're back to this one. The dream job, and it still doesn't seem to be the mayor of Windsor, as we can't seem to get some of the candidates out there that were expected to run. Again, with the draft Teresa, I think that one's kind of fizzled out a little bit. I haven't seen too much on that one, whether or not she was up with Queen's Park when they were kind of doing, opening up, even though she wasn't part, she wasn't an MPP anymore, she was up there. Again, even with Dalton McGuinty was up there also in celebrating the opening of Parliament, reopening of Parliament as a majority again. So I don't know really what her intentions are. Some other names being bandied about, of course, Ken Lewenza. I'm going to say Ken Lewenza Sr., okay, whether or not he's going to put his name forward. And the one, and it's really here on the screen. I got to have the screen. I'm leaving. I was just kind of adding to it each week. Okay, so it was White the first time, and we kind of already knew that Bill's running. Bill Mara is running, but he's not running for mayor. Okay, Fulvio Valentines, he has now stepped up. He's retiring. He's not seeking re-election. Ron Jones is one of the newer ones. He has now said, I'm looking at my family. I'm looking at what commitment I've already made in a lifetime to Windsor politics, so he's also retiring. Who else we got? And a shocker, and that's just been a shocker to a lot of people, with Alan Halberstadt saying that he's decided that after 17 years, decided, I don't feel like running either. Some people are kind of saying that because WFCU Eddie, WFCU later Eddie, because he's not running, Eddie Francis is moving on from mayor. A lot of people were still saying contributing factor is that's why Alan's not, he doesn't know who's going to be mayor. So I don't know who's going to be fun, because he was indicating prior to that it looked like he was getting ready to run for a re-election. So we kind of got him off. And some of Hillary Payne has declared. Eric Kuzmerchuk, I know I've spoken to him, and he looked like he's definitely going to go. He just hasn't declared yet. And of course, Al Magnier, he has finally declared with a great big deal and a great big Windsor Star article in regards to how is he going to fare out going forward And he's calling it, they have to, I made mistakes. I'm better now. I'm doing this. Look how hard I worked. Okay, will he be able to prove how hard he worked over his shortcomings as far as, I guess he'll have a little trouble financially, which is that what you want somebody as a counselor? I don't know. I guess that's up to the voters to decide. We'll talk about a little bit of that in a minute. And of course, again, we already talked a little bit about Drew Dilkens. Basically, where does he kind of stand in it? Is he going to run for mayor? What is he waiting for? I guess that's why he hasn't put up for council yet, because he can't make his mind up whether or not he wants to be mayor. So we're kind of round and round and round we go. Again, Sleeman hasn't declared, and again, Hillary and Joanne Geniak hasn't declared either. So we're kind of watching what's going on as far as, again, council itself. Not so much even council, because you can't even look at it. It's getting a little kind of weird as far as so many not going forward in October, as far as even with Eddie Francis stepping down and going to the Windsor Family Credit Union, or not, again, seeking re-election, and that some of the decisions being made and money being thrown about all of a sudden, and how the ramifications of keeping the taxes from going up, geez, that's going to be quite a challenge for the next council going forward, or whoever is mayor. So I was kind of, I'm keeping it. I keep the flavor, and I'm going to say it again for the Convergence Report. It's this week's who's in, who's out. Okay, so the new one we have currently that's kind of put his name for mayor, because we're kind of looking at the candidates and come on, who wants to be mayor of Windsor? It's supposed to be very high profile. There's lots of work to be done. We need an excellent, strong, good candidate that's going to take care of the needs of the people of Windsor and Windsor Essex. Okay, because it's a joint effort between all the mayors and all the councillors of all the surrounding community of Windsor to try to make it all a better place to live for everyone, whether or not it's going to school, having a job, keeping the youth from leaving. And and I'm sorry, we thought Ernie the Bacon Man was going to be the man, okay, or Raymond Poisson, who got some press in regards to snow-covered sidewalks, and Timothy Dugdale. And what I've done is, if they've got contact information, it's there for you. Freeze the screen, write down who you want to email, talk to, check out their websites, tweet, whatever you want to do. I've left that information in. But mayor is there. The new guy on the block is Robin Easterbrook, and he has put his name forward. He was the chairperson of the Windsor Heritage Committee. He's also saying that he has 28 years of background in automotive, in all kinds of different capacities in the business side of things, and that he feels that he can bring a lot of cooperation. He's going to bring cooperation and collaboration, okay, as the city's new leadership. And I kind of try to put the 2 plus 2 together, and maybe he can answer the question, or maybe he's going to pick it up somewhere down the road. Well, if he's part of the Heritage chairman of the Heritage Committee, okay, and part of cooperation and collaboration with everyone. Hiram Walker's asked to tear down the Weisers building, and the Heritage Committee said no. Okay, so that's how I think we got to start a little bit better with that cooperation and collaboration, and trying to find it working for everybody already, and as you're running for mayor. So I guess you're going to have to answer that one yourself. Ward 1. This week's out. Daniel, excuse me. I need a little bit of water sometimes. Daniel Abelser. Okay, so I got his. You want to email him and check him out and see what he wants to do. He is a local lawyer, so he's kind of thrown his name in the hat for Ward 1, which again is I'm going to call it the iffy ward. Okay, Drew Dilkens declare to be for mayor, or he's going to go back for Ward 1, or he's going to even, is he going to run for council again with his counterpart Eddie Francis moving on? Matt Ford is still there, and I do tell everybody that we're going to take a little harder look at each candidate. Like I kind of pick a ward when this all settles out. I don't seem to do it right now and kind of go through everybody's names and kind of go with all their platforms. It doesn't really make sense right now until we kind of get this slate of candidates kind of all put together. We're not having 4 people. We had 4 brand new ones come forward in about a week, and we had 2 or 3 retire all in the same time frame. So it's kind of difficult. So Ryan Mancini is also another one he has personally, and his the new trick with the social media side of things. He has his own website. You're going to see people on Facebook, and of course they're easily trying to be reached by email in most cases. For Ward 2, we still only have the one. We still have the one, John Elliott. who's vying for that position. He did run last time against Ron Jones, and again, Jones has now decided to retire. So again, John Elliott from the Sandwich Teen Action Center is currently the only candidate in Ward 2, and he has his own website, johnelliott2.com, and again, you can reach him with his sandwichteen@cogeco.net for any questions going forward in this particular ward. Okay. For Fluvio Valentina's ward, again, he's decided to stay. He's not seeking re-election, and this one kind of jumped all of a sudden. There wasn't a lot there. Reno Borderland, he's a local restaurateur. I see Gabe Maggio has lots of signs out there. Okay, and they both seem to have, I'm looking at it right now, they both have websites. Okay, and even Alex Shalal, he's a property manager. He is also just kind of new into it. So you got 3 kind of brand new candidates looking like Reno for Windsor, Gabe Maggio, and Alex Shalal at www.alexshalal.ca. So again, take a look at this one. This is where you're going to be, and it's looking like it's okay so far. 4, okay, so 4 would have been Halberstadt, and Remy Bobo is still in there. Brian Kaza, he's an IT. Brian Kaza is an IT professional, and Chris Holt, that is the 3. And again, you can see the websites, emails. You want to contact them going forward and kind of get the questions out there and say, okay, what are you going to do for us in Ward 4? That's you'll be part of the process. Okay, and with the social media, with the internet, it's so much easier to be part and parcel of the process. So take a look at trying to be that part. You have a few months to get some good questions out there. Ed Sleeman, again, he has not declared, and we have Joey Wright and John Middleton as the candidates in Ward 5. And again, they can be contacted. It looks like they just have emails thusly, but I bet you can take these names and search them on Facebook, and you'll find most people also. Okay, again, I saw that. That's probably the best way to go. And for some of the candidates, maybe trying to clean up their Facebooks a little bit. so who knows? Take a peek now before they get the assistance from their staffing. Ward 6, Jason Dupe, and he ran for a Liberal candidate against Percy Hatfield and John Holmes. Okay, he does have a website, so take a look at that. That's Ward 6. That is Joan Geniac's ward, and she has not declared yet, and they still believe that she is going to declare and that she's going to run for Ward 6. It bounces back and forth so much. Did she take her name out of mayor? I think she did initially, but who knows? Lots of time, still time to file papers one way or another. So I just wonder why people aren't putting their names forward. What's the big decision? Ward 7 is Eric Kuzmerchuk, and again, I've talked to him personally. It looks like he is definitely going to put his name up there. He just hasn't done it yet, so same thing. A couple different candidates you have is Jeffrey Coxis and Daniel Spiel. Again, they can have both Gmail addresses. You can kind of check them out if you'd like to. And Bill Murrah, yeah, he has declared he is not running for mayor, and his challengers to date are Stephan Baudin. Or actually, you know what? He hasn't. He's running. Oh, I shouldn't say this. He hasn't. He says he's running, but you know what he does? He hasn't put his name in yet. That's what he hasn't done yet. Okay. So, and Heather Burton, Stephan Baudin. Okay, and that's what they're doing so far. Okay. Ward 9. Okay, and this is where now it starts to bunch up quite a bit. You have quite a few candidates for Ward 9, and that is Hillary Payne. He has put his name forward. You got Doug Peddle. Okay, Socrates, Alexander Sheenus, Hank Van Aspert, and Jeanette Callender. She's a realtor. Calendra. She is a realtor, and she has now declared. And of course, our busiest little ward. Okay, and I'm going to squeeze it in, and we'll take we'll spend a day on that one. But you definitely still have the newest one. Looks like I'm kind of just make a quick check here. The newest one is Wally Chafchak. He's an all-state insurance salesman. Been that for about 22 years. You still have Paul Borelli, Mohammed Chams, Maria Fernandez, a local lawyer, Matthew Isherwood, Cale McNeil, and of course Al Magnia. Who knows? And you get into the situation where it's very diluted that way. Who knows which way the votes are going to be or what percentage is needed to pull it off. And I think it's still this first past the post. So anyways, that's this week's who's in, who's out, and we'll keep an eye on it going forward. Maybe we'll call it after the July time frame, I guess we'll call it almost like a vacation period for some people that they're going to get ready to run out of the gate beginning early August and September. Do the 2-month run. Maybe that's what some people are looking at doing. It's quite possible that is what's happening. So my dream job is, I always get a dream job is, and it looks like it is not. okay, other than Robin Easterbrook. It's not mayor of Windsor, and it's still the mayor of Toronto. And I don't have any slides. I don't have anything, to tell you the truth. Okay, I don't have I don't have anything good. All I can say is that Rob Ford is like, mum is the word. He is disappearing. He's trying. No, he went for the sympathy argument right off the bat. It hasn't worked for him. So now he's really doing the low-key sympathy and trying to give you on, being straight and honest with you for now. And that's the kind of line that he's taken. And he's trying to disappear. And his brother's still trying to cover him up. And then he come bouncing. He did make an apology. That's what he did. And okay, and I'm being told I got to finish. Okay, and this week who's in, who's out. Okay, go to citywindsor.ca, City Hall, and you'll be able to check out on a regular basis who's running. Okay, I just want to make sure, Alex, I got to do these. There's some very, very important things coming up here. Media release. There's going to be something at Windsor Pride. And actually, Windsor Pride, July 17th at 5:30. There's going to be a workshop. Okay, Egal Canada Human Rights Trust is partnering with Windsor Pride for an educational workshop for parents, families, educators, service providers on youth suicide prevention for parents. So very, very important in this present day and age, and extremely with the way social media is and when social media drags it out. So do take a look at that. Check out their website or contact Amanda Iaruso directly at Windsor Pride at 519-973-4656. Okay, hold on. You know what? Pride had about 3 things. So do support Wendy's on July 20th. For every Wendy's you support, Windsor Pride does get a portion of every sale. That is their kick of the cat for that. And of course, this Friday, what they have. Okay, this Friday what they have is they have a crazy bash. It's fabulous Miss Alamode, and that will be at. It's like $5 to get in for a cover charge. It's at the Loop at 156 Chatham Street, starting at 10 p.m. Please come out, party, and again, all things. It ends up going back to the Windsor Pride Resource and Education Center. Okay, so make sure we do that. And a couple quick ones. We have the Blues Fest. Okay, this weekend it's happening right now. We also have the Media City Film Festival. It's already begun. Okay, check their websites out. The Blues Fest is running from July 11th to the 13th, and again, the media is going currently to there. And don't forget that also this weekend is going to be the Dragon Boats. Okay, you got opening night on Friday, and they kind of do it now. Art on the Lake, the Eats and Beats festival. They kind of combine it. Family days on the Saturday, 9 a.m. to all day, and then you have the big, what you have. Those are kind of the kids and having a little bit of fun with the student races and some of the past breast cancer races, but also the big corporate races. Well, the corporate teams come out. Will be on Sunday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, and I saw you, Alex. It's so important. You got to give blood. Okay, come up to the Windsor Public Library, lower level. You know what? Summertime is the worst time for them. July 17th, 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Come and give blood. All donors and walk-ins are welcome. And I've been told that is where we're at. This is a Convergence report for July 10th. Okay. And I will be back. Alex is saying, wrap it up. I will be back next week. Thanks for watching.